We still have a lot of liquidity sitting here above the $70,000 level. The last big resistance on the VPVR, and from there move back to the downside. Now is the time to get in before you get left behind. Bitcoin is on a total rampage here, hovering around the $65,000 mark. We spoke about this yesterday. I will tell you exactly where Bitcoin will be heading next and which altcoins I'm trading right now. Let's go. Thank you guys for tuning in here once again on this Monday. We jump directly into the charts without any delay. Let's start off actually with the CME chart, because we got yesterday when CME opened a direct move to the downside to close the CME gap and then pumped immediately through the upside this morning, really close to $65,000. In the initial move, it was like $63,800, $900, almost $64,000. And through the day, we pumped then in direction of $65,000. So now when we go into the Bitcoin chart, you can see here, current resistance is the mid-range level that we spoke about here in the past many times. Also yesterday I mentioned it that we could get a move into the mid-range level, and from here I would potentially expect a rejection. I have changed a little bit my stance here, and I'm going to show you why. We need something to happen here first to confirm that. So here, first of all, what I want to mention is I gave you a sniper entry, guys, yesterday. You cannot deny that I gave you a sniper entry yesterday. I told you either green box or a break of that yellow dotted line. That's where you want to enter. If you would have entered, you would be up massively right now here. So let's see here. Roughly 3%. So if you would have entered that with 10x leverage, you would be up, 30%. 10x leverage would be definitely not excessive on Bitcoin. If you would have used more, then potentially yes, everything over 20%, 20x leverage would have been excessive here. So, but when we go now, for example, into the 12-hourly time frame, here you see now the W pattern that I was pointing out the other day has now started to play out, because we broke the neckline, and now we are running here in this into this big rejection zone. And that is also the last big resistance on the VPVR. So we are currently hovering slightly above the past resistance level, which is still resistance until we close this 12-hourly candle in a minute. Okay, in a minute we're going to confirm that this level is broken, but the reconfirmation will be in the following candle to the upside. So here in the best case scenario, what we are going to see now is that the next 12-hourly candle is pushing in the direction of $66,000, $67,000. There we're going to top out locally, will come back down, consolidate, find momentum, and then we will continue in the direction of $70,000. We need this consolidation phase because the stochastic is again overextended. The RSI is pretty high at almost 70%. We will be potentially slightly above 70% once we are closing now this 12-hourly candle, in my opinion. So we're here now at 64. Yeah, we will be close to 70% in less than 45 seconds. So the only thing that's still super bullish here is the MACD and of course the RSI. But like I said, the RSI will top out in the next 24 hours, which will lead at some point to a bearish divergence and pushing us back to the downside, which is not bad, guys, which is not bad as long as we are getting now continuation with the next 12-hourly candle here. And break potentially this rejection zone, or come up here, break above that, come back down, retest the bottom of it as support, then consolidate, then continuation. So that is something that I'm looking at currently. So I hope everybody was able to catch here this W formation. If not, it's not too late. I'm going to give you some good re-entry levels here just in a moment. So here, the next 12-hourly candle opened. You see the RSI is already starting to flatten out here a little bit, but we need, of course, a little bit more time here to determine which direction it's going. But I can tell you how things are looking right now. We go first a little bit higher before we go much lower. Here on the 4-hourly chart, the MDX algo gradient, scalp gradient, you see here price action is heating up. I also warned you about this, that this was missing, and we are running here into resistance. And also here is a supply zone, all the way up to $66,175. And again, I believe somewhere close here, we are going to top out, roll over, come back into current levels, consolidate, continuation. That would also coincide with the MDX algo reactor indicator here. we are seeing right now this red wave. And you see here, usually when we get this red wave, we get a reversal warning that we are having a bearish divergence, and then price at some point is rolling over. So we are now in that phase where we go a little bit higher and then we start to roll over, consolidate before we get the next leg. Guys, don't forget, trade with us together here on Bybit in the World Series of Traders. We're now 91. We climbed over 100% up in the ranks. We were at 300 something yesterday. Now we are again 181. So you see, we start to be profitable here again with the market turning. That's really good. Join the team. Let's get here over 100 people into our squad, guys. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. And if you don't have a Bybit account, then sign up, deposit $100, then claim a $500 airdrop position on any of these coins, and then join the squad. You can that way leverage what Bybit is offering, and also for that is a link in the description, in the pinned comment, and in the video below. You make use of that while you can. Also here, from a liquidity perspective, Bitcoin, in my opinion, will only reach here $65,700, $800 approximately, or here $66,700. I think that will be the range where we are topping out, and from there move back to the downside. So why do I say that we come back? Really simple. Let me go back for this quick to a daily chart. See here that white line from the mid-range level. If I go here a little bit further back and zoom out, you see here this level was in the past a key level. Here it was resistance. Here we confirmed it as support and pumped straight to the upside. Then we broke it again resistance, then flip into support, move to the upside, again resistance, fake out with resistance. Now we are retesting it again. So if we can reclaim this level today and we close the daily candle above that, there's a high probability that we are seeing a nice pump here again to the upside, close into the $70,000 range. Let's talk about altcoins. But just before, we need to look at the liquidation heat map. Almost forgot about this. Also here, a move into $67,000 would be not unlikely, because here's the highest concentrated liquidity that is currently still sitting above us, with over $200 million worth of short liquidations. But I believe even if we get all the way up here, that is also where we're going to top out, because we're losing steam already. And if there's no other catalyst driving the Bitcoin price higher, let's say there is, I forgot the name of the CEO of Intel who is buying Bitcoin, so if this guy comes out and say, hey, I bought I don't know, half of the amount that MicroStrategy is currently holding, if an announcement in that kind of weight comes out, then that could push the price higher. Otherwise, I believe that here is the ceiling where we're going to get then the move back to the downside. But don't forget, we still have a lot of liquidity sitting here above the $70,000 level. And also, you see here on CoinGlass, that whole move was, the initial move this morning was fueled by short liquidations. We saw here open interest building up, and then it got flushed and the price was jumping immediately to the upside. So that is a clear short squeeze that happened here. Now leverage is building up here once again, but not at the levels yet from where we flushed last time. Remember, here always around the $90,000 mark on the open interest, there is kind of like a ceiling that we are hitting, and once we're hitting it, we are flushing to the downside, and that was here not any different. So look, if I draw here a line like this, you see it already, what I mean. So now we are basically halfway through it, so that means we can get another move here, like I said, $66,000, $67,000. That will bring the leverage all the way up here, and then we are going to flush again. Altcoins. The USDT Dominance is breaking into the underlying support level that we were talking about here, that green box from 5.47% to 5.17%. As long as we continue this trajectory, I believe by as late as next week, we start to break below this. What we need now is a move below 5.2%. And once we have that move and create here lower low, the next move will bring us below that big support zone here, if not that move directly. So, but here's what I believe is going to happen. We come lower in, and then we get another bounce. But then the next time, then we are finally below it. bounce, go lower. So that's what I'm foreseeing here with the USDT dominance. Then the total free market cap. I believe the total free market cap will now move here back to 44 billion dollars, $653 billion. Once we are reaching this resistance up here where we got rejected the last time from, this time we're going to break it, guys. This is the real move that we were waiting for the total free for altcoins to break out. This time, this is it, guys. This is it. If you don't have your long-term positions in order, that you want to hodl through the bull run and make your 10, 20, 50x, now's the time, guys. Now is the time to get in before you get left behind, because that move can be really, really fast. Tomorrow we could be already at 634, and then the day after we could already be scratching here at the ceiling. So be quick, get your bags, your holdings in order that you want to hold over the next couple of months, because otherwise you will be left behind. No doubt about that. If you want to trade altcoins with us together and stand a chance to win $500 twice per week, sign up on ZoomX. You also still get up to $45,000 in user rewards for new users if you use the link in the description and the pin comment below. And don't forget, this week I promised you guys I open a big trade that is in the works, guys. So I'm still waiting for some funds to come in. They should be there tomorrow, I think. So potentially tomorrow, after tomorrow, I'm gonna open a really, really big trade on ZoomX. If you want to take this trade with me together, get an account on ZoomX right now. Ethereum broke here through the top of the EMA ribbon. I was telling you guys yesterday, if we can manage to break here above the middle band, that would be the point where I would like to enter an Ethereum trade. So I hope some of you guys actually were able to do that. Also, we are now retesting the downward sloping resistance, and everything looks like we're going to break it today with the current candle, because we try already to get above here. A worst case, tomorrow's candle is getting above it, and that will open us up for a move into $2,758. So if you still not in Ethereum trade and you were thinking about this, in 12 hours might be the time where you want to consider to enter. And that would still give you here almost a 9% move to the upside from current price levels. So my stop loss would be below today's candle at $2,440. So you have a 9% move against a 3.86% move to the downside. So that's almost a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. That is fine on Ethereum, in my opinion. We have here also the MACD printing a buy signal from today. The RSI is extremely bullish. The stochastic has also a little bit more room to go to the upside. So there's definitely enough juice left to reach your $2,760 before we get any major correction here. And tomorrow could be the day where we get that crazy pump in Ethereum to the upside. Then Solana already pumping. I warned you yesterday about this, that we are most likely moving here into the downward sloping resistance line. That is exactly what happened, and we broke above that now. Now over the next couple hours, I still believe we can reach the top here at $157. But as we are already above 152, I hope that some of you guys took some profit there. If not, set your stop loss right now at $149. So you should be in massive profits from all the way down here, now all the way up here. Even if this turns against you tomorrow, you should be in really nice profits. If you now entered the trade over here that I had given you a long time ago, guys, so you cannot say that you missed the trade, So I gave you these setups a long time ago. So if you would have entered here like around $150 currently, just let it run. So I don't believe that we will come back here to like 144 and stop you out. But just in case, guys, if this is going to happen and it stops you out there, I would just re-enter straight away from there again. So that's just what I would be doing. Then next one, SNX finally moving, guys. So we are above the yellow dotted line that we were speaking about. Right moment to enter this here on the 12-hourly chart, even though the stochastic is a little bit overextended, but MACD is extremely bullish. RSI is also still bullish. And we are potentially putting in right now a golden cross on the 12-hourly chart. And on the 4-hourly chart, also here is a little bit momentum still left to go higher. My first target would be roughly $1.60, $1.58. That is a small move, just that you know. So, but I make like 30% on that with 5x leverage currently from my entry, so I'm fine with that. But if you want to trade this higher, because we have here W pattern, don't forget that. The target of the W pattern, to be conservative, is at $1.73. So potentially, maybe I'm gonna hold it. Maybe I'm gonna hold it also to $1.73. But because my target is currently my take profit at $1.58, I need to change that quick before we just punch through to this level and I get taken out with my take profit. So need to change that for this going to happen. Then render, again, you cannot say that you missed this trade. You had here 3 different setups and all of them are currently in profit. If you entered here, you're massively in profit. I told you when we break above the 0.5 level, that is your last chance to enter this. If you're not in render yet, enter here. You have a solid stop loss slightly below the 0.382 level on the Fibonacci extensions. I don't believe that we are going to turn around and touch this, because it would be a 5% move to the downside. Just seeing render not doing this right now, because on the higher time frames, I think the daily, on the daily, there's so much more room still to go to the upside. We did not even put in a buy signal on the stochastic RSI. I look at the angle that the RSI is going up, really insanely sharp. So a lot of momentum here. And we have a really big triple bottom pattern here confirming. So this is a really huge triple bottom pattern here with higher lows. And once this is reaching $6.52 and breaks above that, this is going to send really quickly in direction of $8. So it would be not the smartest choice to fade this. Just know how to set up your risk management and have a proper stop loss in place. So if you're here in one of the first 2 trades, you're fine with the stop losses. Here on the first trade, of course, raise it a little bit, already in profit, to the entry here of the second option. And if you're in the second, just put your stop loss at your entry, so to protect your capital. If you're here in the third option, also just leave the stop loss as it is. And I still see here more continuation to the upside before any major pull back into the $5.40 level. Let's go to Uniswap. Here again, we are still fighting with the 200 moving average to break above this, but strong pump today here also for Uni. Once we are breaking above this, I will immediately enter this trade or another pullback into the green box. So here, that move into the green box earlier today would have been the perfect entry. You would be up now 5% roughly, but I still here also see a continuation. The 200 is, the 50 is coming up here really soon. By the end of the month, we're also putting in here the golden cross again. So also don't miss out on this, because once we are here above the 200, the next target for me is at least up here, 28%, almost 29% to the upside, with here is 6.73% stop loss at what is this? $8.05 is the stop loss on this trade. No, this is $7.55. Sorry, $7.55 is stop loss. Entry is $8.06 roughly, and take profit is $10.40 more or less. But I believe if we get up here to $10.40, this will pump higher to like $11, $12. So the only thing that I'm going to do on this trade is raise my stop losses every 50 cents. That's how I would do it. Every 50 cents, I will raise my stop loss from the original entry. Every 50 cents when we are getting above $10, and then either I get stopped out or I reach $12 or whatever target is above us. That's how I'm going to play that. The next one is Telegram. Also here, nice profit. We are now up on our way to reach the 50 moving average, which will be the next imminent resistance, as I have pointed out, but I believe that this will not act as a huge resistance for us. The next level that I would be a little bit concerned about is here again the 0.382 on the Fibonacci extensions, the $5.55 level. There we could encounter a little bit of resistance for a really simple reason. Here was a lot of support with all these wicks and that got immediately bought up and pushed us above this level here again. And also here resistance in the past, resistance in the past. There we might encounter some problems, but until then we should have a nice move here to the upside, and from our entry levels that will be then already 11% more or less profit once we are reaching this. So, and then you can of course also raise your stop loss a little bit in profit once we are at this level here. On the indicators, also so much more room to go to the upside. MACD just about to print a buy signal. Stochastic also a lot of room to go higher. The same with the RSI. Yeah, and the RSI is just at 48% actually. So here, give it potentially another week, I would say, another week, and we are going to touch this downward sloping trend line close to the $6 mark. Then Phantom finally above the golden ratio. So here your last chance to enter this before this is blowing in direction of 81 and 95 cents. Again, guys, if you are entering now in this secondary setup, make sure that you take some profit around the 81 cent level of the table, raise the stop loss to your entry, and then let this ride in direction of 95 cents. If you get stopped out, it's fine, because you took some profit off the table and you cannot lose any money anymore. But be smart about this. Don't be too greedy, because this is now the real deal, guys. You have to make sure that you are stopping to waste a lot of money and round trip profits here while we are now pumping to the upside. In a trade since, 70 cents again, roughly. So I'm nice in the green already. Also here, still a lot more momentum to go to the upside, only based on the 12-hourly chart, and on the daily, there's definitely more upside. Look at this here. The RSI is at 64. We print today a buy signal on the MACD. RSI still going, stochastic RSI is still pumping to the upside. Golden cross coming in here in a matter of days. So this golden cross is coming in something like this here. Yeah, so we are like a week away from a golden cross potentially. So, and again, once the golden cross comes in, we will be already somewhere up here, guys. So last chance to enter this today before you're gonna get left behind, because Phantom is one of the coins that is pumping extremely when Bitcoin is going to the upside. So make sure that you are taking advantage of that. Also, Coty pumped here from our original entry a little bit up already, 4.5%. It's not too late to enter this, guys, if you want to enter this. But let me look here at the 4-hourly chart if you potentially get a better entry. This might come back. This might come back to the original entry. So set your limit orders to like 10 cents, 0.2. Because this looks like they will at least come back to the original entry. You can catch it there, and on that bounce back to the upside. That's how I would do this. The next target is 13.19 cents, which will give you roughly 30%, and that will also happen really, really quickly once we are breaking above the 200 moving average. And guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you with more money in your pockets tomorrow.